are rolling. Rolling.
Yeah, we're going to try to do this and see if this works.
We're just doing a test right now, right?
No, we're starting with the podcast.
Oh, this is happening?
Yeah, it's happening now.
Okay. Hello, motherfuckers. We are here today with podcast number 18. And let me tell you this, because we're not recording today and because we have a quite interesting setup going on here. Achilles is laying down flat in the bed because he has to have his head down for the hair transplant's sake. So just to briefly explain what it looks like. He's laying down flat with headphones under the chin and the microphone leaning against his chin somehow on a pillow. So if you guys hear strange sounds today, the sound doesn't sound as usual, you now know why.
Yep. I'm laying down with the mic. I can't even explain it. So.
And I'm sitting up with the microphone on my belly somehow. And, well, yeah, we definitely need to have a podcast because we have been on quite the adventure. Achilles, what the hell have you been up to?
I have no idea. I've been doing this master transformation with all this stuff.
He got a brand new face.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, pretty much.
Almost.
I got my teeth done, what was it, like last week or the week before? That took like...
I don't even know anymore.
Yeah, the first week
time
was...
is just a blur.
Yeah, the first week was... the procedure took like about 5 hours or 6 hours or so. So they shaved down my teeth. Not too much, though. A lot of people thought it was going to be shaved down a lot, but it was very little shaving. And it was... they put porcelain... Well, they put temporaries the first time.
Veneers, right?
Yeah, the veneers, porcelain veneers.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second week, I had to wait like 5 days or so for them to come in because it did a 3D scan. And that took also 3 to 4 hours. And then that same day, we ended up flying out to Turkey. So as soon as we finished the procedure, the flight was at 9. So I gave it some time to fly out. And the worst airline in the world.
Seriously.
Oh my God. If you guys ever decide to fly international, please do not fly Turkish Airlines. I'm telling you right now.
It's actually it was my first time flying with them, and I was shocked how it looked like the airplane came out of... I said the best explanation is like, if anyone has seen the movie An American Tail, the cartoon where they go on the boat, these rats, and there's like the rich rats and the poor rats. The plane looked like the section where the poor rats are. And they're like puking and water's leaking, and obviously those things didn't happen. But that was... When we walked in and sat down, I was like, wow. I feel like I'm in the movie right now. This is so bad.
Yeah, it was terrible. And, the company, so the hair transplant company, they reached out and, everything was taken care of. They took care of the flight. They took care of the food, the hotel. And then I did ask them if they could upgrade our seats because I'm thinking I'm getting a hair transplant. So I have to lay down most of the time, especially, since I need my the blood going to my head or whatever the case may be. But they give us economy. And I was just like, well, that doesn't make any sense. And then, so I thought I was like, all right, maybe it'll be cool. It'll be fine, whatever. So we go in and there was 2 seats available. Well, there was in business class anyway, because we had economy. Mm-hmm. And usually, you go into a flight and if there's available seats, you just sit down.
Well, first of all, we actually did ask to upgrade and they turned us down. So that's how it started, because I have horrible joints. Mm-hmm. And I know for a fact that I'll be honest, I haven't flown a normal economy seat in over 2 years, and I had actually forgotten how bad I get. Mm-hmm. My knees basically shut down. So when we realized that we had regular seats, we asked to upgrade, and they just rejected us. And we're like, we'll pay for it. And they're like, nope, No. They just said blank no.
Yeah, I mean, usually
Makes no sense.
they would say no if there's nothing available, but there was clearly 3 business seats available. So what happens when you guys go on a plane and there's seats available? You sit down, right? Well, that was the case. I thought.
Yeah, we just grabbed them.
Yeah, I
Since
thought
we
I
were
was gonna be slick and just sit down, and we got past it. We were cool, but I guess one of the ladies noticed another lady who wasn't supposed to sit there, and then they started asking us for our seat tickets, and then we went back to economy, and it was 11-hour flight, and it was just terrible.
But it was more. There was another lady there too, and I think all of us were like, "Hey, we want to pay for an
Yeah.
upgrade. We can't sit back there," and they just would not let any of us do it. Which it makes absolutely no sense. I mean, if they're available seats, why would we not be able to pay to get those seats? It makes absolutely no sense. So either way, we sat back there in the American Tail movie, screaming babies. I cannot. There was a lady behind us. I don't know if you noticed. She spoke so loud. I know I speak loud, but this was next level.
Which one? Which lady?
There was a lady right behind us. She talked so loud. It sounded like she talked in a microphone, nonstop, with her husband who did not speak back.
Oh, you're talking
remember?
about the when I tried to lean back. When I leaned back my seat and there wasn't enough space for him or something. Was it that guy?
Oh, I don't know. It was a big blur. It was 11 hours. I think you slept a little bit. And I had the window seat. You slept a little bit. The guy in the aisle slept. And I was sitting there. I did not know what to do with myself because I cannot sleep because I have so much pain. And I ended up just stepping out and literally just standing back by the toilets and like trying to exercise my poor knees.
So yeah, I mean, we took the flight, we landed. I mean, it just, even the airport, the greeting, it was terrible. It was terrible. But we got to the clinic. The staff was quite nice, though.
The staff was awesome.
Staff was awesome.
They were super cool. Yeah.
One in particular promised us upgraded seats, but we're not gonna go ahead and go there. But yeah, it's just the staff was awesome, great greeting, and then they got my blood work. Well, they did my blood work. Is that what
Yeah, they drew your blood, right?
Yeah, they drew my blood. They did my blood work. I'm thinking transcend here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, kind of.
Yeah, pretty much. So they took my blood, and then after that, it was the same day, right? And then after that, they told us we can go home and, the hotel. And, then we waited, like 8 hours sleep, not even. Less than 8 hours. How much did we sleep anyway when we went back?
I can only speak for myself. I did not sleep pretty much at all.
Yeah. So, I mean, we only slept a few hours, and then we had to wake up at 9 o'clock the next day in the morning to check my heart, make sure that I was able to go into the procedure, and then we began. And it was very interesting. It was, they took out 3,500 grafts, FUEs. So they took some from my beard, and then they also took some from the back, obviously most of them from the back of my head. And what they do is they obviously take, they shave the back of your head. And could you break down the process? You break it a lot better down than I would in terms before
Me?
you see how they did the machine when they checked the hair grafts, the hair molecules to see.
Oh, yeah. So
that was
first
pretty
we went
cool.
into a room. So I wasn't allowed to actually see anything of the procedure, but I was with you there beforehand, and it was like a little camera kind of. And they were going around on your head, and basically the camera's like zooming in, and it was insane how close or like how big the hairs were in this camera. I was like, wow, I thought I had a good camera, but this is crazy. Like they would just keep like going closer and closer and closer. I'm like, whoa, you just see one big hair on the whole screen. So I guess they were just going around like checking where
the hair looked like it was
were.
alive, moving around and shit. It's crazy.
Yeah,
that was pretty sick. Yeah. So they brought me into this room, and I had to lay down, facing down, and then they injected like anesthesia, but like I don't know, it was like 20 needles into my head.
You
back
have
to
to talk
back.
about this because I was dying to see this and they would not let me be in there. And they also were not allowed to send me any videos, which I had hoped for. So I have not seen anything.
Yeah, so she tells me to lay down, and then when I lay down, she injects anesthesia in my head, the back of my head. But I don't know what kind of gun she used. She used this
A gun?
like this needle gun that it shoots in.
Oh, okay. So do explain that. What did that feel like?
It felt like somebody smacked the back of my head.
Really?
Yeah,
Like
that wasn't that
painful
bad.
or no?
No, that wasn't that bad. But the needles, for some reason, I don't know. Like, I'm starting to realize that my pain tolerance is pretty up there because a lot of people complained about the needle part because that part supposedly supposed to hurt, I guess, a lot. But for me, it actually felt good. I don't know why. Like, it felt like a good pinch. Like, it felt like somebody, like...
Achilles is like, when can I get the next one done?
Yeah, because it didn't feel bad. And the entire time, the lady was like, wow, you're really strong. I'm like, this is not that bad. Because people were really like, man, you got to watch out for the needle part. It's crazy. It hurts. I was sitting there like, yeah, keep please. Like, I finally have a woman touching the back of my head. It's been 10 months. Not kidding. Yeah, I'm
He's
kidding.
like, bring it on, bitch.
Yeah, bring it on, baby. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, they injected it, and I started to feel my head swell up. Like, that was insane.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Immediately?
Like,
Swell up why from that? Because it was
for
filling
anesthesia.
up with anesthesia? Or
Yeah, they were filling it up with anesthesia, and you could just feel it rise. And then on top of that, once that finished, they were like touching my head, and it felt like I only felt like pressure. I didn't feel anything else. So then another lady, there was like, how many people were in that room? I think there were like 4 people. So what they did was they pump you with anesthesia, and then after that, they start taking the hair molecules from the back of your head. It's called FE.
How long did it take for the anesthesia to, like, how soon did they start?
It was immediate. And then, oh wait, I'm not done with that. So once they injected in the back of my head, then they injected in my forehead, the anesthesia.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was like, I think it was like 5 needles into my forehead. That part felt kind of interesting. I didn't feel pain.
Yeah.
Just felt a lot of pressure. I think by then,
Is that
the
when you fell asleep?
anesthesia. No, I fell asleep.
The only thing I've seen from this procedure is some funny videos of you snoring.
Yeah. Do you have the videos?
Yeah.
I need to see those.
And sound, audio.
Oh, you have the video and...
You were sleeping hard.
Wait. You have the snoring... You have
no,
the
not
video...
from the actual procedure. I have snoring sound, audio from the procedure, and then video from you afterwards when they're trying to explain the aftercare to you, and you're just like...
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah,
you're like sleeping and eating.
That's because they gave me Xanax, actually, for apparently to calm me down. And I think that's what probably made me sleepy. But
well, you slept a long time.
Yeah, I guess so. But yeah, there was like 5 people in there, and so they take the hairs in the back of your head after they inject you with anesthesia. And then once they take the hairs out, then they injected anesthesia into my under my chin, because they took the hair out of there also. Forgot about that.
Literally anesthesia everywhere.
Everywhere. So my head was like a balloon at this point. So once they did that,
did you still have feeling like in your mouth and stuff like that?
Yeah, I still had feeling in my mouth and all that. I guess they took the hairs out, and then they started separating the hairs, I guess, like the good hairs. I don't know what they were doing over there. It was just fucking interesting because my face was down the whole time, so I'm trying to look at the reflection from the chair.
Yeah.
And I just started noticing there was a ton of blood coming in the back of it.
Yeah, that was the reason why they couldn't send me videos.
Yeah, there was a ton of blood coming out, and I could just feel it. I was like, oh, this feels like water. But yeah, I guess they took the hairs, and then they started, I think they made the incisions in my head first, in the top of my head. Yeah. And then they started putting the hairs in afterwards. So that took like 9 hours. I'm
dying to actually see how this works.
I actually wanted to see it too.
It's crazy, and it's so tiny, right? I can't even wrap my head around how this works.
And I'm trying to figure out how the patience of them doing that. There's 3,500 hairs.
Oh, I don't think I could do that.
Yeah, 3,500. So I think
Imagine.
and there's two ladies doing it. So I guess there's one making the incision, and the other one immediately putting the hair graft
Oh.
inside there. So as soon as she makes the incision, the other one does
I
it. So
almost see this as like sewing something.
yeah. That lasted about what, 8 hours? 8 hours of procedure.
Probably.
Yeah, it was like 8-9 hours.
Yeah. I went. I came in there and I got facial done while I was waiting, and then they're like, "Oh, you wanna check your teeth too?" I was like, "Sure, let's do this."
Yeah. That was cool. And then I woke up. Well, I was already awake, I guess. I was kind of sleeping, whatever.
Well, you were still sleeping after you were done.
Yeah.
That I have a video of you sitting with your food in front of you, sleeping in
Oh,
the chair,
yeah.
sitting up.
So they wanted me to. That's cool. Yeah. So I guess once they took all the hair out, they wanted to make sure that my blood levels wasn't whatever low. So they wanted me to eat, and I wasn't gonna eat. I was like, I'm fine. They're like, no, you have to eat. Like you have to. I'm just like, oh, fine. So I ate real quick. Literally took me 2 seconds. They're like, oh, you're done? I'm like, yeah. Well, let's go back to the procedure. I'm like, cool. And they were actually happy that I didn't go to the restroom or I didn't take a break, because I guess like they just want to get it done right away, you know? So, yeah, it was pretty cool.
They don't need a break? Can they sit that long and be focused?
Yeah. And that was actually the doctor's sister that actually did my procedure, the main doctor. So,
yeah, that's impressive.
I was fortunate. Yeah, she's very good. She was really good.
I can really zoom in on work sometimes, but you definitely tap out a little.
Yeah, the only uncomfortable part, I would say, would be her elbow, like on me, pressure, like, I don't know, maybe on my head or something. But other than that, I'm like, oh, I think this is nothing. This is whatever. So yeah, procedure was cool. I got up, and then the next day they wanted me to do, or the same day they wanted me, was the next day or the same day I did videos for them, like promos.
It was the day after. We went in the day after to do videos and photos and stuff.
Yeah, so the day after we did some videos, promoted them, and then we left. And that was the only part that got me really kind of tight, was just the plane ride mainly. You know, we got to see Turkey. We ate, oh my God, the meats over there. It was like meat galore. The steak,
actually, people have been asking me what the best food was. What was your favorite food we had?
When we went to the restaurant, ate all those meats.
Yeah,
that
the
was
veal.
the best part.
I was gonna say the veal I had. It was fantastic.
Yeah, I had the steak or whatever. But
I also guess it was very cold in Turkey. I had expected some exotic heat. I don't know why I thought that, but it was cold as hell. Also, I realized that Turkey is is gown heaven, so I'm going back to buy my gowns next time I compete. Every store had them. It's fantastic. What was I going to say? Oh, after your procedure, so we went back to the hotel, and you were supposed to, you went to sleep, kind of. And then I was doing my thing, and I was working, and I was eating, and I asked you if you needed food, and you said no. And I said, are you sure? You don't want any food? I asked you several times, and you said no, absolutely no food. And then you woke up like right as I had fallen asleep.
Literally 2:00 in the morning.
You wake up and you're starving, and I was like,
yeah.
So then we got food sorted. So I don't think I fucking slept for almost a whole week.
Yeah.
We got back home and slept 20 hours straight.
Yeah, you did sleep for 24 hours.
20 hours. I slept 20 hours.
You slept 30 hours straight.
It was 20.
You was like a vampire sleeping upside down.
But I hadn't slept for a week.
Yeah.
I had to, my body shuts down. The flight home was even worse.
Yeah.
I thought my knees were going to explode.
Yeah, that flight was terrible. But
so I know for a fact from now on, no, I will let nobody book a flight for me. Ever.
Yeah, I mean, they did tell me that it was going to be upgraded, because when we got there, we literally told them that the economy part was terrible, the customer service was terrible, and they're like, oh, no problem, that shouldn't be an issue.
We forgot to say that. The lady that lost her shit on the airplane. So this flight attendant lady was very rude to us. So we just wrote everything down. We were going to tell the company, of the treatment we got. So when we're on our way to walk out, both of us are looking at this flight attendant's nameplate or whatever, just to see what her name was. And we leave. And then after we get out, I realized that I had forgotten my bag with my credit cards and stuff. So I go back, and the first guy is like, yeah, you can just go on board and go get your bag. And then this lady comes up, you're not allowed to go on the plane, she says. I was like, okay, well, I forgot my bag with my wallet. Yeah, but you can't go in, she says. I was like, okay, can somebody go and get it for me? She's like, yep, super like that. And then some guy goes and gets it for me, and then she comes, I'm not even kidding, she comes up like right up in my face. Your friend recorded and took photos and videos of me, and I don't know what she said. And I was like, what? I was like, I don't think so. And she's like, yeah, he took a bunch of photos and videos of me. That's not okay. That has to be deleted. I was like, why are you screaming that in my face? I don't have anything. I was like, if you think he did that, why don't you go ask him? Why the fuck are you screaming in my face? She keeps losing her shit like this. And I said, well, excuse me, but you were very rude, and we were looking what your name was so we could write it down. I wasn't rude. And then she's losing it. And I said, well, you know what? Maybe you don't think you were rude, but we think you were rude. And that's just how we perceived it, And she's like, bleh. And I was like, well, if you weren't rude before, now you certainly were. So
yeah, she thought I was. I didn't even take a picture of her, honestly. I just looked at her name tag, and I wrote her name down because I had my notes up just to make sure. And I usually don't trip, but she was just terrible.
This bitch had not been laid for a while.
Yeah, you could tell for sure.
Or she had PMS. I don't know what was going on.
I don't know.
She was crazy.
Yeah, but overall, now I'm currently home. I can't stand up for too long. I have to lay down for most of the part, I guess, most of the day. And it's kind of annoying because I want to work and I feel like I'm not doing anything.
So what are you doing all day long?
Watching football and eating Oreos. Watching football and eating Oreos.
Wait, so you have to lay down how long?
What do you mean?
How long do you have to lay down for?
7 days.
7 days. That is insane. You're gonna have what is it called where you get those rashes and wounds and shit on your back because you lay down too long?
Probably.
You still have to go up and walk a little, or you get a blood clot in your leg or some shit.
Yeah, that's true.
Probably.
True. But yeah, I got a bunch of medication which I don't even know how to take. Yeah.
How are you feeling right now?
I feel like this mic is very heavy in my hand, but other than that,
yeah. Come on, it's the best. It's the only workout you're getting. So.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
But by the way, though, I do think we need to go back to Turkey. It was extremely, extremely cheap there.
Oh wow!
It was crazy.
Yeah, the food was it like it took us $2 for Ubers.
Yeah, we would go through the whole city for $2, and we went out. First night we had a fancy steak dinner, and I think you and me had steak and whatever we had. And the other guys only had coffee or something. And I think the total tab with the tips and all was $40.
Yeah. Yeah. And apparently you don't tip there, which is very interesting. I mean, I still tip,
they were super happy.
Yeah.
You gave them 20% tip. Oh my God, thank you so much.
No, yeah, we got to go back. And it was very inexpensive.
I need to go shopping there.
The rent is $500 a month for one person.
I don't know if I could live over there, but I definitely want to go back.
Yeah,
and I had no idea. I would go with 2 empty suitcases next time.
Yeah, but it was nice. It was cool. I had a good time, other than the plane part. But the procedure now, I'm healing, so it's gonna take 6 months for my hair to grow. I think the first.
So in 6 months, we're gonna see afro.
My hair is not an afro; it's curly. It's curly. I'm Dominican, so got some curly hair. Yeah, but I'm not gonna grow. I mean, I have to grow it out, but I'm gonna keep it short. So for the most part.
Okay, so what's the next procedure you're gonna do now?
Oh, that's about it. Yeah, I'm done. Yeah, I
I think you're
guess.
addicted now.
No,
It's gonna happen.
no, no, no more.
Eyelash
Oh God,
transplant.
eyelashes. Yeah, do hybrids and
I want to get an eyelash transplant. Can you do that? You think?
eyelash
I don't have
transplant.
long. I don't have much eyelashes going on.
You'll be surprised in this day and age. There's so many things out
Oh,
there now.
speaking of that, so didn't they say that you can technically take when you do the hair transplant to your head, like you can take hair from almost any area on the body, right? I think they
Well,
said that.
there's one guy that took his hair from his chest. He took some
Yeah.
of his chest hair and he
So
put
it's
it
like
on
it's
his
so
head.
interesting because the quality of the hair must be different, right? And I've been
Whoa.
joking around about this over and over. Can you take the pubes?
Oh my God, I'm not having pube hairs. No, I think what happens is once they put it in the root, it grows just like the other rest of the hair. I guess that's what it looks
So it
like.
wouldn't be thicker if you took. So for example, I would assume that your beard hair is thicker than your head, right? Like normally.
No, I wouldn't. It would be. I don't know what happens up there. Some magic when
We're
you
gonna
put it
see.
in there.
We'll
Let's
see.
see. Let's see what happens.
Imagine if you like have dark hair on your head, but you have blonde hair on your body, and you take some blonde hair from your chest, and then you have highlights.
Oh, that'd be interesting. That'd be interesting.
I have no idea. This is a very interesting science for sure.
Yeah, yeah. It was
I
cool.
wonder who came up with who was the first person to do this?
I mean, I honestly, how I heard about it was Tory Lanez. Tory Lanez went to a guy. I don't know if he's Turkish
No,
or
I
not.
wonder who came up with the whole
Transplant.
way of doing it.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, but I heard Tory Lanez did it. This was like 3 years ago, 4 years ago, and then I wanted to do it, and I waited, and always wanted to do it, and I did it.
Wait, so how did you know or find out that Turkey was the place to do this?
I did some research, and then I also saw some companies on Instagram, and they did some really amazing work. And I was just like, yeah, Turkey's where it's at. And I did some research, and everybody flies to Turkey. Floyd Mayweather flew to Turkey to get his hair done. If Floyd Mayweather goes down there, then that would make sense.
I had no idea, but I know that while we were over there, some people were messaging back and forth. They were like, oh my God, everybody over there has like wrap around their head and their nose. Everyone goes there for hair transplant and nose surgery. I was like, really? I had no idea.
It's like a normal thing, like everyone just walking around with their head wrapped, and it's like, oh, cool. You know, you walk everywhere and nobody cares because everybody's like, yeah, we've seen this before. Yeah, it was pretty cool. But
I didn't know there was such a common thing.
Yeah, in America, it's very expensive for like no reason. It's like, I think it's like for a hair transplant, they're charging anywhere between $15,000 to $20,000. It's like, what? Yeah.
So, what are you gonna do now for a month? No training. Oh, they told, didn't they say they told you 1 month no training, but 2 months no bodybuilding? They said.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. But yeah, they said that I can't train for a month, which makes sense because of the blood circulation and all that. But and then second month that you can't lift heavy, which I mean I haven't been really lifting heavy. I mean I was going to start because it is winter. I was gonna eat some food and lift some heavy weight and gain some size.
Florida, what does that matter?
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I can't train for a month, and I'm just, that kind of got me a little down. But yeah, because that's all I do. So
was it worth it?
Yeah, it was worth it because it was on my vision board. It's something that I wanted to do for a long time, and I feel good that I knocked it out. So
we're gonna talk about this vision board another time too.
Yeah, I think we should because everything.
What else is on your vision board? What's the next goal?
Would be my house, and then also my car. 2 things: property and a vehicle. First, the property, though.
I gotta start a vision board. I have my vision board in my head, but I need an actual vision board too.
Yeah, we should just.
You know what I want to have? Like a wall, kind of like in the criminal like TV shows and movies, you know, where they're trying to find the murderer. That's how my vision board wall is gonna look.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
You're gonna come in, you're like, oh my god, she's gonna murder someone. Wait, what is this?
Yeah. No, but it's interesting because I did the vision board back in 2017.
But do you just have one you made then, or you?
Yeah, I made it.
You continually add more things to it, no?
I made the vision board in 2017. I took it to California, but I didn't take it here. So now what I'm going to do is, now that you reminded me, I'm just going to do the vision, redo it, and just put the stuff that I have to put in my head on there. Yeah, well, on my vision board on there.
What is it? How do you do your vision board? Like, what does it look like? Do you like cut out things out of magazines and like glue them onto?
I used to do the magazine thing, but I just print them out of on the computer. I print them out of the computer and things like that. Just easier.
And put them where?
On the vision board.
On the wall?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just trying to imagine like what it looks like, because I'm sure everybody would do it in different ways. Yeah,
I had a vision, but my board was pretty cool because it was a board, and then I cut up the paper, the little things from the computer, and I pin it to. It was like a you know those boards that you could pin. Something like that. Yeah.
Wait, didn't we order? Oh, did we ever order it?
No, we never ordered the black
whiteboard, but it was a blackboard.
No, we never ordered that. No.
We were gonna do that.
Yeah, we gotta order that.
I didn't find the right color pencils. That's why.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do now. Even though I'm heading, I'm hoping I'm supposed to fly out on Tuesday, but now the hurricane is coming, so we'll see how that goes.
Welcome to Florida, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Well, I am leaving though, because I am a gypsy now. I'm just I'm a gypsy crashing at Achilles' house.
We're gonna be traveling a shit ton in January.
January?
Yeah, me going. Wow.
Where are you going in January?
I'm thinking about Bali.
Yeah, I want to go there too. But well, first of all, in January I'm gonna be in a TV show.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. While you're in the TV show, I'm in Bali.
Yeah, I'll come there after. And I had all these plans on all the places I was gonna go for the rest of this year. And now when I look, I didn't realize that it's almost October already, and I'm basically booked out for the rest of the year.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
I was like, wow, I have no flexibility here. I have already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trips already like booked in, and that's basically till December.
I want to see if I can go to London with you. Actually,
7. Yeah, I said right. I have to go straight back to Miami after. Because
why?
The WBFF show. So there's one show in London on November 5th, and then the next show is in Miami on the 11th. So I was planning on going to Sweden between, but I'm not going to be able to do that.
I'm probably going to go there earlier. Probably go there like on the 1st or something.
Yeah, I'm going on the 2nd.
Oh, yeah, well, the 2nd. If you go on the 2nd, then I'll go on the 2nd. Give me a couple of days. It's perfect. Visit some friends out there. Have some friends in London. Yeah.
I'm going to start my hunt for comfortable flight seats here.
Yeah.
Because I ain't flying over there in economy. That kind of.
That's 11
that
hours.
Is not happening.
11 to 12 hours.
9.5.
Yeah. Well, no stop is.
But I was looking, because if you have a stop, where would that stop be? Because it's basically just water. You're gonna stop in the water?
I have no idea.
Yeah, it does. It wouldn't even make sense to have a stop.
Yeah.
Because we're already on the coast and we're flying to another coast. And there is nothing in between there, pretty much.
Well, I think that is. Are we good?
Are you good?
Yeah.
I'm good if you're good.
Yeah, I'm good now. I think this mic
like,
is
I'm
way
out.
out. Yeah, I'm out.
I'm done. His hand is like tapped out. This was more workout than he was supposed to do.
Indeed.
Holding up the microphone. That weighs like, how much do you think he weighs?
5 pounds.
That's it?
Probably 10 pounds.
I think it's more. Probably 10.
Yeah.
10-pound microphone. Okay, guys. We'll keep you posted on the adventures.
Yeah. You're going to be flying
and
out.
The hair.
Yeah, little hairs are going to be growing out. So, All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in, and we are out.